Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back with a predictions video for next week's episode of The Walking Dead Season 8. This is going to be for The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 13. Wow, I cannot wait to see this episode. I just cannot wait to see this episode. Now, I actually totally forgot the title. I'm very sorry for that. But I did actually forget the title of this episode. I forget what it is. So I'll say it in my next video, but I really do apologize for that. But if you guys didn't see it, I did my review for one of the best episodes of Season 8 of The Walking Dead, Season 8, Episode 12, so check that out. Just loved Episode 12. I thought it was really, really good, especially the confrontation between Rick and Negan. The lady from what could be the Commonwealth is, in the show. We're going to do a video about that pretty soon as well, but this episode I'm really hyped for. I'm very excited to see this episode. This episode looks like it could be actually probably one of the best from this season also. This one looks like it's going to be basically the adaptation of the comic book version of, let me just advance here a little bit. This looks like it could be the actual adaptation of the Walking Dead issue 124, 125, somewhere around there. Basically where Negan / Simon attacks the hilltop and it's a huge disaster. The hilltop gets destroyed, just destroyed. It's insane how destroyed it gets. It just gets wrecked by the Saviors. But of course, we found out that they gunked their weapons in zombie blood. Now this does get a little bit comic book spoilery. When they attack the hilltop, they actually do injure a couple, and then a couple do die as well. But of course, Dwight, who is with the Saviors right now, in the comic book series, Negan forces Dwight to pull the trigger and basically shoot Rick with one of his arrows from his crossbow. When he does it, it's not necessarily the best thing, because when he hits Rick, it hits him, and they make it seem like he gunked the arrow in zombie blood, and they make it seem like Rick's gonna die in this whole thing, and he actually doesn't, and it was a clean arrow. Yeah, now in the TV show version, it looks like it actually could be Simon that says shoot Rick, because it looks like Negan's not even going to be in this battle. He might not even be in this episode. That might be episode 14 or something, something like that. But either way, this episode looks like it's going to be really cool, so I can't wait to see it. Now, there's also a sneak peek with Simon talking to Maggie on the walkie-talkie, and she says, that she can either put a bullet in all 38. It's your decision kind of thing. So, and they were talking, and Simon was talking to Maggie about what what she did with the coffin or whatever, killing one of the prisoners and putting them in putting them in the box, that she asked Simon, can I have the box? And then she killed one of them, of course, in the mid-season finale, sent it to Negan, and it got there in episode 10, and now, he's kind of talking to her about it in episode 13. So, yeah, really crazy stuff that we're at episode 13. That's another thing. I can't believe it. This season has gone by really fast. But I'm wondering, well, in the comic book series version, the hilltop battle was basically the second last, either the third or second last issue of All Out War. I don't know how they're obviously going to add some stuff in episode 14, 15, and 16, TV show only, so they might do that, but this episode looks fantastic. I can't wait to see it. Now, it does also, I'm wondering if they're going to kill anybody off in this episode from our group, because it does look like they could. They really could. They could kill off almost anybody from the weapons and all that stuff. Now, again, I'm really curious to see if Simon gets killed in this episode, because I think it is actually very possible. They could have Simon get killed in this episode, or episode 14. It's coming up. I mean, I'm pretty sure at this point, it's kind of the known Walking Dead topic right now, that Simon is going to die in this season. We're just kind of not sure right now what episode. It could be this episode, episode 14, 15, 16. At this point, it's kind of a big question. And sorry about the light, guys. The sun's kind of shining in a little bit, but that's why you can't see some of the display. But I mean, I'll be honest, this episode looks like it could be one of the best episodes ever. So, like I said, promo looks awesome. Also, we see Rick, he's at the hilltop. So somehow he doesn't keep going after Negan. It looks like he's just going to go back to his people. Now, again, I know a lot of people are wondering if in this episode we will actually see Rick get shot with an arrow. I know it's a far-fetched prediction, you know, because we really, there's nothing to indicate that he will in this episode. But I have a feeling they are just going to do it in this episode. I have a feeling Rick's just going to get shot with an arrow in this episode. That could even be the cliffhanger. Like, the battle at the hilltop might not even be over because we do see in the preview some day shots where they're kind of just doing their own thing. You know, you've got Henry and you've got some of the prisoners, like, outside of the little prison, right? And they're actually just walking around. It's daytime. There's no attack. So the attack is probably only going to start, like, after the first quarter or something. Maybe even after the first half. So, but I don't think so. I think most of this episode will be the attack. So I think, to be honest, I think this attack could spill into episode 14 a little bit. And we could see at the very end, which would be a really crazy cliffhanger in this episode. Let's say you see tons of people get shot and killed with all the gunked in zombie blood weapons, right? You see all these random characters from Rick's group getting killed by all this zombie blood, right? And you think to yourself, oh my god, you know, people are dying just like crazy, you know, because of all these gunked weapons, you know. And then they throw the big one at the end of the episode where Dwight shoots Rick. And then you just see that scene, that scene at the end where maybe Rick falls or something. And it's kind of that, like, you know, it leaves you hanging, you know. Does it have zombie blood? Does it not? Did Dwight actually have a, you know, did he just pull the trigger and actually, is it a clean arrow? Is it not? Is Rick gonna make it? Is he not? That would be such a crazy cliffhanger for episode 14. It's brilliant. It's brilliant if that's what they're doing. So, I have a feeling that's where they're going to go with it, and then episode 14 will kind of be the last part of the battle. I have a feeling that's where they're going with it. So, very excited for this episode. Cannot wait to see it. Just can't wait to see what they've got for us for this episode. So, anyway, guys, write your expectations down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.